The following is a production of MSGPR, the source for all your Lufkin Panther media.
Good afternoon, Panther fans. We're at the high school practice field as the Panthers prepare for the 2016 season. With us today is offensive coordinator Scott Green. Scott, you've been here many years?
20 years.
20 years. Wow. Doesn't seem like it's been that long, but it goes by quick.
Yes, sir.
So you've seen so many years. What's different about 2016?
It's all the same.
It's all the same?
We still play the game wide open and throw it as much as possible, run it when we have to.
Well, you have an abundance of skill players back on paper. And I know that doesn't mean that that's going to be the guy, but because somebody can come up in any kind of competition and take it. But with those skill positions filled, does it give you a little bit more of a comfort level?
Well, it's always a confidence builder when you have guys returning. Coach Durham had our wideouts last year. Coach Thomas took over in the spring. Coach Thomas played for me, and he knows exactly what is expected from each individual position. He's doing a great job. When you have guys like Dalen, for example, that put in the time like they did all summer, he might have ran a high 4.7 last year. He's posting 4.5s now. Malik Jackson is always going to do what he does. With Avante Ellington, Jeremiah Davis, and with Khalil Brown coming back in the backfield. We're as confident right now as we've been in a long time, but we can talk about it all we want. Come next Friday, we'll find out where we are. Especially, you got Cordell back. As a junior last year, I considered him as a first-year sophomore quarterback player. And this transition from last year to now, where we started just in the fall season is great. I'm very, very excited and proud of what he's done and where he's picked up from the spring.
Of course, I also know that there are some youngsters going to be on the offensive front. It takes them a while to gel as a group. How does that affect you early in the season? I mean, do you change your offense a little bit?
We're not going to change a whole lot. It goes back to anybody who understands the game of football. It's about what you see in the box. There's going to be times where our 5 front's going to be matched up with 5 of them, and they're going to be accountable for blocking that front. And we're not expecting it to happen early. And under Coach Cook's an unbelievable offensive line coach, and he understands. We got to bite our tongue and keep slapping them on the butt and say, keep working. That's the name of the game. You don't win championships in preseason. You start in district, and how you end up in district and how you finish is the most important thing to us.
I think one of the things that I found out last year coming out to watch y'all early and often as I did was the amount of progression just from day to day. It's amazing how much better they are from one day to the next, or how much more they've gained confidence. And
last year we took baby steps because we were young. We had 5 sophomores that played on either offense or defense side of the ball.
Right.
And we had more than they did. This year expectations are higher, and our progression is going to advance quicker. We're going to try to get more of our system in early and give somebody else more stuff to work on.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, tomorrow, first day of pads.
Ready.
What do you expect?
Start over, just like the first day. It'll be tough the first day on them, but we're not going to back off.
Right.
They know what is expected, and we're going to push them, and we're going to make sure they're ready.
Good deal. Looking forward to a little bit to a week from Friday, but more than that, 2 weeks from Friday.
Yeah, not as much as I am.
I can imagine that's right. I can imagine that's right. Well, thanks so much. Thanks for 2 things. Thanks for bringing Ralph, which folks you'll get to meet Ralph here shortly.
Right.
And thanks for taking a few minutes in a hot day.
Appreciate you guys being here.
You bet. Thank you again. Stepping into the picture now is Ralph Thomas, the wide receivers coach. And if you'll come over here near me, Ralph, I'm going to put this in front of you. As a second-year wide receivers coach, I remember you as a wide receiver.
Yes, sir.
Somebody told me you are so detail-oriented. How do you pass that along to your kids?
It's one of those deals where, you follow Coach Green as well. That's where
Sure.
I learned all that. Mental focus was one of the biggest issues that I know we had when I took over in the spring. Mm-hmm. So, playing receiver, it's a technical position. Most guys think you just get over there and just run around, catch the ball.
It's like it was when we were kids.
It's not backyard.
You go get open.
Yeah, it's not backyard football. You have to know your steps. You have to know what depth you have to get. You have to know when the quarterback's going to release the ball. And that's one big thing that I know me and Coach Green and on the wideouts, we stress all the time with those guys.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I see a Cowboys on you. How was Oklahoma State?
Oklahoma State is a lot like Lufkin, actually. A lot of people don't know that it's everything is based around football. Football and family. That's what it is. I mean, it's a town with 20,000 people, but you got a college there that's 31,000 people,
right?
31,000 students, and it's a lot like Lufkin. Everyone knows you. When you go to Walmart, everyone speaks to you. You're gonna see someone everywhere you go.
That's a wonderful place too. I couldn't live in the big city. One more question for you. Is he really as OCD as people tell me he is?
He's way worse than me. I thought I was bad.
Really?
I thought I was bad, but he's very OCD and technical. If it's a piece of paper that's turned slightly on his desk, he's gonna know that it's messed up when he gets there if you touch it.
But that's what it's got to be on offense.
Exactly. I wouldn't take it any other way from the leader of the offense. That's how it's supposed to be.
Well, good deal. I want to wish you luck this year. I hope you'll come back and visit with us some during the season.
Yes, sir.
And glad to have you back in Lufkin.
All right, glad to be home.
You betcha. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time. Folks, there you have it. We want to thank Coach Scott Green and Coach Ralph Thomas for their time and their candidness with us. That's the end of Shirts and Shorts and day 4. We'll be back tomorrow for the first day of full pads. Get to see a little hitting. Get to see how the kids respond to a different atmosphere. Y'all stay with us. Come back tomorrow. Look at Lufkin Panther television, and we'll be around with some new information. Have a good afternoon. God bless.